Hello everybody and welcome to or back to my channel. Today I've got my October 2025 plan with me. I hope everybody is as excited as I am for spooky season. I'm going to, as per usual, start with my washi tape. I cannot even believe how close we are to the end of the year. I am freaking out a little bit that this is all that is left. So crazy. Okay, so I've got two different Halloween themed washi tapes. I'm going to use the thinner one on this side, and it says Creep It Real, Spooky, and then I assume Happy Halloween. So let me get this one down. Anybody else just absolutely love Halloween and spooky season and fall? October is always insanely busy because of all of the Halloween and fall themed events that come along, but we do love it all. I actually just ordered my kiddos' costumes today because don't judge me, it's a little bit late. But this plan with me, I'm doing on the 30th of September. Normally I have these monthly plan with me's like a week or two before the month starts. But it's been a hectic couple of weeks, so I got a little behind. I also got really into the 2026 like planning and goal planning and all that stuff. So that's what my last couple of videos have been on for Wednesdays. Okay, I've got my two washi tapes on there, and as per usual, I am going to write everything out and then I will color code it. So for Wednesday the 1st, and before I do that, I'm actually going to stop and put my bill stuff on here. 15th, and then 10th and the 24th. And then let me jot in those bills real quick so I don't forget those. What is this, water and trash? Internet, and 25th is electric and gas. Okay, that's all of the bills that I needed to write down. And I don't write down things like grocery shopping or getting gas because those dates can vary. And it just makes more sense for me to not do it. Okay, so son has martial arts. YouTube video. And then monthly finance meeting. Okay, and then for the 5th, and again, I have that little plastic clear thing here, so I can't, I have to start writing here. Workout with friends. Hike, bike, and tennis. And then this night we have a trunk or treat. And then for the 6th, that is blank. For the 7th, my son has martial arts. Friends over for dinner. And then my husband starts his on-call. And then for the 8th, my son again has martial arts. I will be uploading a YouTube video. And then my husband has another on-call day. For the 12th, again, I've got to work out with friends. Time with son, and then time with daughter. Again, my hubby is on call. We will have a date night. Planned by my hubby. For the 13th, there is no school. My husband is on call again this day. His on-call is like a full week. Then we have family time. And because he's on call, this date night will likely be at home. And then for like family time, it will have to be something flexible that won't require him to be out of the house where he can't get up and leave if he needs to for work. And then for the 14th, my son has a doctor's appointment. My son also has martial arts. There is no school. We will be having dinner at friends, and then last day of my husband's on call. And then for the 15th, my daughter has a doctor's appointment. And then my son has martial arts. And then I will post a YouTube video. And then for the 19th, again, work out with friends. There's a Halloween market I want to go to. We will do our hike, bike, or tennis this day. And then a date night that we will plan together for our anniversary. And our 7-year anniversary is on the 20th. On the 21st, my son has martial arts, and we will have friends over for dinner. On the 22nd, my son has martial arts again. And I will post a YouTube video. And then for the 26th, I have a workout with friends. I will have time with my daughter and time with my son. And then I will have alone time. Now for the 27th, we are planning on having some family time. For the 28th, my son has martial arts. We will have dinner at a friend's house. 29th, my son has martial arts. I will post a YouTube video. And then we will have a nightmare before Christmas dinner. Okay, that barely fit. But that's okay. Now I can work on the other side. And this side I feel like is where it's about to get crazy. Okay, for the second, my daughter has PT, physical therapy, and then I will work out with friends. And then for the third, son, MA photos. So his martial arts school is doing like some photo sessions, so he's signed up to do that. On the 4th, I will of course put up a YouTube video. And then my husband will have his alone time. For the 9th, again, my daughter has PT, and I will work out with friends. And then my husband is on call because the rest of this week, these 3 days are the last of his on call. And then for the 10th, again, he is on call. And then there's a movie in the park that we want to go to. On the 11th, of course, I will post a YouTube video. We will do our hike, bike, or tennis this day. You know, I actually haven't played tennis in a whole minute. Likely because it's just been so hot, but we're finally like entering fall, so I would love to go play tennis soon. We will have family time. And then of course that on-call. This will be the first year that he's done on-call with this company, so we're very curious how busy he'll be. But we'll see. And then there's a fall festival that we want to go to as well. And then for the 16th, my daughter has PT. And then I will work out with friends. And then for the 17th, there's another fall festival. And then we're going to do a corpse bride dinner. And then on the 18th, YouTube video. And then our brother's birthday, my brother-in-law. And then there's a trunk or treat this day. And then I am doing a planner meetup. And then there's also a Halloween bash. And then on the 23rd, again, my daughter has physical therapy. And I will work out with friends. And then on the 24th, there is another movie in the park. On the 25th, I will post a YouTube video. That looks a little crazy, but that's okay. There's a Witches Hour market that I want to go to. And then a Fall Fest and another trunk or treat. And then of course we will hike, bike, or tennis. And then for the 30th, my daughter has her physical therapy, and I will work out with friends. And then on the 31st, of course, it is Halloween, so we will be trick-or-treating. We usually don't make it super far in the neighborhood just because we stop and we talk and we chit-chat and it's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and color code everything real quick. There's the monthly finance meeting. I will go through and highlight everything for my son. Oh, whoops. Do these ones over here too. And then I will highlight the doctor's appointments. And then physical therapy isn't necessarily exactly a doctor's appointment, but I like to color code it as a doctor's appointment because it is still like a medical appointment. And then for my husband's alone time, and then also just to mark his on-call so that we know that this week his schedule is very unpredictable. That, and I don't want to accidentally like plan some sort of an event that he would not be able to attend. And then for school, there's two days off of school, so I'm gonna highlight those. And then for like my exercise and workouts and stuff, now I used to, or I was during the summertime, I was like writing down when I was planning on going swimming, but I'm not gonna do that here. One, because our pools are now closed, so unless I purchase like a membership to the Y or the Natorium, I no longer have access to a pool. I'm gonna look into that and see if that's something that I want to do or not. But right now I'll probably go through and start adding in when I'm gonna go like on bike rides and things like that. Tennis is a lot harder to schedule because if I put it on my planner and then I want to do it, but like my family doesn't, I can't really play tennis by myself. I'm not that good. But I'll keep that stuff in mind. And then I'll add it to like my plan with me's and things like that. highlight time with my daughter. And then my alone time right here. And then also this planner meetup is something I'm doing by myself. And then let me highlight the things at home. So friends coming over for dinner, family time, themed dinners. That was difficult. Family time. There's the other family time. Okay. And then all of the outside of the house activities. So like this fall festival, movie in the park, another fall festival, another movie in the park, trick-or-treating. And as always, some of this stuff could change, or we could decide not to go. If the kids aren't feeling good, you know, we'll stay home. It'll be okay. A lot of this stuff is very fun, and we definitely want to go do it, but at the same time, if you can't make it, you can't make it. We can cry about it later. And then next, I want to mark my YouTube activity. Okay, there's all of those. And then I do also want to mark a couple of major events. So our brother's birthday, and I'm gonna put Halloween, and then our anniversary. And then I'm also going to mark our date nights. And then that is everything. Okay, yeah. So this is what I've got so far for the month of October. I missed one. Immediately. This is what I've got planned so far. Of course, everything is, as always with life, subject to change. If we get sick and we need to stay home, that is what we will do. We had a lot of sickness recently in the house, so such is life. I am super excited for all things pumpkin and all things fall. I think it's going to be a great season. Let me know what you guys are doing or what local stuff you guys have going on. I'm sure there's tons of fun to be had. But I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Thanks. Bye.